Liverpool plans a summer bid to sign a £69 million star. But Arsenal could ruin the deal. Liverpool, Arsenal, and Chelsea have boosted the pursuit of the 21-year-old forward. Hello, my fellow fan. Welcome to your news channel of the greatest club in the world. Let's get to today's news. It seems that negotiations between Liverpool and Michael Edwards are progressing rapidly, according to an update from Fabrizio Romano. The Italian journalist hinted on X that it would only be a matter of time until an agreement was reached. In fact, in a recent episode of the Here We Go podcast, the Caught Offside columnist said, "The conversation is still ongoing, so it hasn't ended yet, but it looks very positive, moving in the right direction." Romano added, "Now is the time. Liverpool wants to finalize everything as soon as possible to prepare for the summer transfer window, to prepare for the new coach. There's a lot to do at Liverpool, including player contracts like Van Dijk and others. Now, with Edwards, the negotiation is going very well. A very good chance to make it happen, for him to return to the club and also for Richard Hughes, the man who built alongside Neil Blake, Bournemouth, the fantastic club of recent years. It remains to be seen if FSG will get this deal, although it seems like a positive indication of what fans can expect from the club in the post-Jurgen Klopp era. What the hell did FSG offer Michael Edwards? If Fenway was prepared to give a blank check with our coach, you can reasonably expect Edwards to have his wildest dreams fulfilled in a new role at the club and in the ownership. Something similar perhaps to what Theo Epstein could be a good place for our imagination to wander until more details are released about his new relationship with our American owners. Whatever the case, we would be immensely relieved to see such an important part of our success in recent years reintegrated at Anfield in the near future. This does not diminish Klopp's involvement in our success since joining in 2015. However, the potential return of Edwards should be seen as a positive sign for the future. Liverpool and Arsenal are reportedly engaged in a dispute over a deal to sign Sporting star Ousmane Diomande this summer, according to the Portuguese newspaper O Jogo. The Reds may seek a new defender in the upcoming window as a possible replacement for Joel Matip, whose contract is in its final months and is likely to leave the club as a free agent. The Merseyside club has been linked to some defensive options recently, including Antonio Silva and Goncalo Inacio, but Diomande now emerges as a serious option. According to O Jogo, Liverpool has been closely monitoring Diomande's development before a potential move this summer. The report indicates that the African has a release clause of around £69 million in his current contract, meaning Liverpool would have to spend considerably to secure the defender's services during the transfer window. However, Arsenal has also shown interest in signing Diomande and has been monitoring his progress ahead of a potential transfer. O Jogo mentions that along with the Gunners, Chelsea, Newcastle United, and Juventus are also considering a move for him. Thus, Liverpool will face strong competition from its rivals for any potential deal for the player. O Jogo reports that Diomande is attracted to the prospect of playing under Massimiliano Allegri at Juventus and would be willing to join the Italian club. Therefore, Liverpool or Arsenal will have to find a way to persuade the African to move to the Premier League if they formalize their interest. Arsenal has been dealing with defensive injury problems this season, and it has been suggested that they could sign a new defender this summer to bolster their backline. Diomande is a talented player with high potential, so he would be a smart signing for Arsenal or Liverpool if either of them acquires him. However, it remains to be seen whether the Gunners or the Reds will be able to secure his signing before the next season. In your opinion, should Liverpool pay £69 million to sign Diomande this summer? Newcastle United has entered the race to sign Wolverhampton Wanderers winger Pedro Neto. According to a report from the Daily Mail, Newcastle scouts have discussed the possibility of a transfer for the Portuguese winger and will have to shell out £60 million for the player. The article also mentions that Liverpool is also interested in signing the winger, putting Newcastle in direct competition with them. It's clear that Newcastle needs more quality and depth on the wings, and Neto would be an excellent addition. At just 23 years old, he has already established himself as one of the best young wingers in the league, and the opportunity to join a club like Newcastle could be very appealing to him. Newcastle has an ambitious project and aims to compete for major trophies in the coming seasons, and Neto would bring more creativity and effectiveness in the final third of the field. However, Liverpool needs to plan for a future without Mohamed Salah, whose contract expires in the summer of 2025, and therefore sees Neto as a viable alternative. The question of Pedro Neto to Newcastle or Liverpool? It will be interesting to see if either club is willing to fork out £60 million for the Wolves winger in the summer. There's no doubt that both Newcastle and Liverpool have the financial resources for it. Newcastle has become one of the richest clubs in the world after its acquisition. However, Neto is interested in joining a club capable of winning major trophies, which makes a move to Liverpool more attractive to him. While Newcastle is still in the process of rebuilding and will need time before competing for major trophies, Liverpool is already chasing the league title and won the Carabao Cup this season. Athletic Club Bilbao winger Nico Williams is rumored to be leaving the club, with Premier League clubs Arsenal, Liverpool and Chelsea showing interest in him. According to a report from HitEC, representatives of the 21-year-old winger have already informed interested teams that he is willing to transfer in the summer. This development will be a significant boost for Premier League clubs looking to secure his services. Arsenal needs more quality and depth on the wings, as Mikel Arteta has struggled to rotate players like Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka due to lack of options. Williams will bring pace and cunning to the final third. The 21-year-old is also being monitored by Liverpool, which is planning for a possible departure of Mohamed Salah. The Egyptian will be in the final year of his contract in the summer and could be sold if he doesn't renew with the club. Meanwhile, Chelsea needs to refresh its squad, including players like Raheem Sterling and Mykhailo Mudryk. Williams has already established himself as a reliable attacker in the Spanish league, having scored 6 goals and provided 11 assists in all competitions. He certainly has the quality to play in the Premier League and could become a key player for all 3 clubs. The forward has a release clause of €50 million in his contract, and it is reasonable to assume that Arsenal, Chelsea, and Liverpool have the financial capacity to pay it. It will be interesting to see if they choose to activate this clause in the summer. Williams is only 21 years old and will certainly develop with training and experience. With the right guidance, he has all the tools necessary to become an elite player.